Hey, what's up everyone? Just wanted to give you a quick trade journal update from Friday, September 20th with the stocks that I'm still holding, those being ALDX, BHVN, and IMMU. So first here with ALDX, we see that our current score is a 3 and a rising score. Our count is a 1 and it's a declining score. It's declining because we're currently in a pullback, and usually when that happens, the count, whether it's a long or a short position, in this case a long position, the count will probably decline closer to like that 0 level, and then hopefully it'll turn back up from 0. As far as the lines go, we know that we have tape lines, wave lines, and trend lines within the system, and this up wave line is still currently holding based on this pullback right here. And as long as this line holds, the stride of price is being maintained, and there's no reason to exit the position. As far as the pullback goes, it did hit that 50% level on the 16th, and now it's currently coming out of zone 1. Zone 1 being the area between the 38.2% level and the 50% level, and those prices are associated with the $5.71 level and the $5.53 level. 70% currently sits at $5.22. But certainly an exit would happen before we hit that level. Price is continuing to flirt with breaking that $6 level, and on Friday we closed below it at $5.92. This $6 level is an important level that price must break through in order for us to stay in this position. The stop loss that we moved on the 16th is still intact, with that price level being 541, which is this blue line right here, just to mark off where we're at. But again, that $6 level is very important. If the upwave line breaks, this would definitely confirm a failure at that price. So if this line breaks, we can consider a failure at $6. Again, our current stop is at $5.41, which is the down trigger priced from September 17th, and again this would confirm that swing low break if that level gets touched. So just to reiterate, if price tags that $5.41 price level, we'll exit the trade, as that would give us multiple technical reasons to exit. Looking ahead, price must break through that $6.30 level in order for this secondary pullback to confirm the current upwave continuation. Ahead of that, the next level is this $6.51 level, so we'll have to see what happens as the days move on. The next stock is BHVN. BHVN, the score was a -3 and declining, which makes sense as price is starting to pull back. However, the count is still holding at a +16, which is good. As far as the lines go, currently the accelerated upwave line, which is this line right here, has broken on a -3 down channel tape, which is this day right here. A -3 is not an aggressive break, and the original upwave line that started on September 3rd is still intact and can certainly be tested in the near future by a two-legged pullback, which would test that $45 price level, which is now associated with the upwave line. As far as the pullback goes, it's sort of shallow right now, but the low of Friday, which was $46.07, breached the zone 1 pullback zone, but still it's kind of shallow. The 50% level currently sits at $45, which is also around the same level where the original upwave line currently sits. This gives that $45 price level a bit more weight. Whether it gets tested or not, we'll still have to wait and see. The 70% level currently sits at $42.95, and certainly we would have to exit before that. That's just too much of a retracement in price to kind of sit through that and hold on, hoping that price would go back up. So there should be, if price continues to move lower, there'll be an opportunity to exit before that price. Price is currently holding the swing zone between $46.37 and $46. That was broken on September 13th right here. And as we know, as levels and lines tend to break, price will pull back and test them. Not all the time, but it's a pretty frequent occurrence. Price technically did confirm the accelerated up wave on September 18th by trading up to $49.98, but 2 days later it broke the accelerated up wave line. $50 is a very psychological level, so having a line break immediately following a very slight accelerated up wave confirmation kind of confirms the immediate inability of price to trade past that $50 level, and you could consider this a swing failure. As far as the triggers go, the current down trigger price for Monday is $45.62. So if this price is touched, odds certainly favor of test of the $45 level. Again, price is currently testing the old swing points at $46.37 and $46. The ideal situation would be for price to hold these levels. If price doesn't, we're prepared for a test of 45, which is now associated with that 50% level and the up wave line. Currently, we're going to move the stop to $42.95 for safety, and just kind of see what the price action looks like going forward. Looking ahead, if we break the $49.96 to 98 cent area, the next immediate level of interest would be $52.33, which is up here and is associated with this gap zone high right here. As far as any news announcements or notes, on 9/18, BHVN announced one of their drugs has been selected as an investigational therapy for ALS. Whether that's gonna have an effect on the stock price, we'll just kind of have to see. But other than that, there's no important immediate news. Next stock, IMMU. We have. Alright, so on Friday we had a score of -5 and it was declining since price is starting to pull back. And the same goes for the count declining to a -1, which, that has flipped, to below 0, but, the price is still kind of holding above those pullback zones. So, it's not super troubling to see the count flip right now. As far as the lines go, currently we have an expanded accelerating down channel tape, which started on September 18th. We would basically need to see an up trigger to potentially create an accelerated up wave line from the current up wave line, which started on September 3rd. That currently sits at 1462. So, a price exit before testing that line would probably be warranted, because that's kind of a far pullback to sit through. As far as the pullback zones, price is currently exhibiting a very shallow pullback, as the current low of September 20th is at 1606, and it has not yet, pierced that zone 1 of our pullback zones. Zone 1 again is between 38.2% and 50%, and then zone 2 would be 50% to 61.8%. Those are kind of the regular Fibonacci retracement levels. And it's not exact, so I like to give like a zone where I can read the price action. 50% currently sits at $15.30, and 70% currently sits at $14.40. Again, an exit before 70% would also be warranted here. We'll have to see what the downside price action brings, if any. We might get a trigger on Monday. Who knows? We'll see what happens. On September 11th, price broke through the old swing high zone between 1605 and 1563. Price missed testing the 1605 level by a penny on September 20th. As we know, again, when price breaks through swings, It often comes back to test those levels. And again, we want to think of those levels as zones or like an area of price. So technically, I guess you can consider this a swing break test. On the 16th, price traded through, the old swing low point of 1692, and 2 days later began the formation of a down channel tape, trading back through that $16.92 level. On the tape level, one can consider this a potential failure. The price levels between 1563 and 1692 are very interesting. We'll kind of have to see what action happens between these areas before we can really have a definitive exit position. But for right now, we'll move the stop up to $14.40, just for safety purposes. As far as the triggers go, for September 23rd, the up trigger price is $17.41 and the down trigger price is $15.90. So to trigger upwave acceleration, price must touch the $17.41 level. If price, however, touches the $15.90 level, the odds favor a test of $15.63 and even further down to $15.30. What we would prefer to see here is the up trigger be touched on Monday with a break of the 1755 level, which would confirm upwave acceleration. If price does break through the 1605 level and touches the 1590 level, we're prepared for a test of $15.63. Looking ahead, if we do trigger upwave acceleration, the next level of interest is 1820, which represents the mean of the hinge that formed from March 25th to April 15th, right up in here, with that price level being, again, $18.20. And again, the stop is moved to $14.40. Now, some news came out on the 16th that IMMU is actually being sued for misleading its shareholders. So, it's uncertain whether this will affect the share price of the stock or not. Again, we'll have to await more price action and see what happens. But that's the journal update for Friday the 20th. So we'll see what happens moving forward.